OG's turn to ban.
Live.
Welcome back, guys. We got
Jimmy, take over.
Am I taking over? Welcome back, guys. You know, we got David on the panel. We got promo code BSJ ×2 over here, and we got Bobino back on the mic. What's up, man? You guys hyped for game 3 here?
Yeah. Good.
Game 2, I mean, I think OG had a better draft. I think if we were talking about it. But what do you think happened that game, Boba?
No, I think OG won the lanes really well. I think that the Morphling, he had a few deaths which hurt him. And yeah, I think, I'm not sure, it felt like they were a bit lost in what to do in the game. And Fnatic kind of stayed and they believed in Abed and he kind of carried. And this time OG banning the Omni. So I think this was a big reason for why Fnatic won the last game. It's like their comfort offlaner for a while. I've only really seen him play Omni and Underlord in the tournament. I don't know if he's played any other heroes.
Every time I've seen him play Omni, he's probably like the top 2, top 3 net worth every game, right?
Yeah.
It's just easier. It's just like you build off a lot of flow playing him, and this good momentum-based hero.
Yeah, he likes the Yules S and Y, just like run around. It's really hard to kill a BKB hero that's running around that fast.
OG, they should first pick Wyvern.
This is the Shadow Demon van, you're saying?
I think last game, I think like they can look at it as, I'm not sure how, you know, after a team loses when they're in the booth compared to like how we view it, it's a lot different. You're like in the, we don't really know how they're thinking, right? And we don't know why they think they lost the game. We have our opinions, but they themselves don't really have they have a completely different opinion. I think like Fly wants his Wyvern. I think Fnatic is probably gonna ban Rasta last. Shadow Shaman here. You don't want to give OG Shadow Shaman. I don't think they've lost a game with the. Fly wants his 5 position here that they've been winning every game.
Do you think I mean, going back to what you said about the players feel very differently about what they lost, do you think they have a better idea than someone who's on the outside? Because like we see everything, we see both teams' perspectives, where obviously I'm biased, but they're the ones actually playing the draft who can feel what maybe went wrong. Who do you think's kind of more on point normally there?
Hard. It's like in a life example, like you can analyze something that you might have done wrong, like not just in Dota, but having a third person outside of it also helps because they're also unbiased. And like maybe like that's kind of the thing with like generally competition. There's so many biases even as like a coach or something. They actually they take the Tusk instead. Okay, that's oh yeah, it wasn't banned at all.
They're thinking right off with Wyvern.
Oh, Ogre. Okay, they're doing that same duo again.
Yeah. This is like they love Rubik ET and Rubik Ogre. Tusk is their favorite 4, I think, in this tournament so far.
They went away. They didn't go for it in the first 2 games, even though it was not banned at least in game 2.
10 seconds remaining.
Was Tuskar banned in the other, you said?
Tusk?
Yeah. First phase? Or?
No, it was not banned. They took Earth Spirit over in game 2. In game 1, they had their 4th position.
Watch game 1.
Which team? Sorry?
OG.
OG or Fnatic? Because both teams like Tuskar.
Yeah, no, they both highly prioritize the
What was
hero.
the?
Like spacing.
It was Naga.
Yeah, Naga.
Yeah,
Okay, Naga.
Yep. Yeah, they first do the Naga.
So interesting what they pick here. They can go the 5 and pick the Wyvern here. Yeah,
Yeah.
they the Wyvern. So now OG has like their OG duo. Like, you know, look at that and you're like, that feels like OG. And they get the Jerax hero and the Fly hero, and I don't think they've like lost with this duo at all. It's just a really good duo.
It's really hard to play against in the lanes.
Yeah. They secure the lanes. They have really good team fight. They have 2 saves.
Yeah.
And you always think about OG, you think about saves, you know, since Frankfurt Major, and they pick like Wyvern with Dazzle together, stuff like that. And more than anything, it helps No-Tail out. Like it gives him a good lane. And I think this game they're gonna go for him more in like a more utility / like hero that he can actually fight with the team. Because Brood is a bit weird, right? Like I understand the way he wants to play Brood. I don't know if you saw that game BSJ, but
Yeah,
he wants to make space with the hero. But the problem with the hero is like, unlike say Tiny, the Brood's team fighting is really weak. Okay, unless he gets super fat, right? And he was like a poor Brood with like Medallion and no items.
Don't you think they kind of laned it wrong as well, maybe? Putting Brood mid against, maybe they thought that it would do really well against TA, but it was the complete opposite.
No, I think he, it said like the Earth Spirit should have been ganking the TA mid.
Yeah.
I felt Brood mid should be good versus Templar because it's a kill lane for the 4 position. but the Brood Spirit didn't play. He played too much in the
5
top lane,
seconds remaining.
and I think the Templar should have died a few times.
OG's turn to
They just
ban.
had like a little bit more catch in terms of like from the core's more mobile course. And the time that they ran Brood against Complexity, their only catch was Slardar, support, 5 position. So the Brood kind of just ran circles around them, but that game they were able to like break. I mean, they didn't have traditional stuns by any means, but like the TA traps slowing her down, they were able to like punish some of his dives under tower, and like those early deaths on heroes like Brood like really slow you down and really reduce like the impact of, like you said, the Wade no-till wants to just run around creating space. And then it also kind of, I think those kind of bled into like Resolution dying, because Resolution had less space to work with, and then maybe he's used to having more space, so he was playing a little over aggressive. And when you have heroes like that snowball in terms of like their obnoxiousness and like their inability to be killed, like when you kill them once or twice, it becomes much easier to kill them after that. And then the TA snowballed that into.
Seems like Fnatic can also be setting up for fourth pick Weaver.
They really like the Weaver.
Yeah, I mean, both supports can't really catch them or do that well against them.
They're banned the Tide.
The Weaver seems like their take on that space carrying carry. Like, the way No-Tel plays these more utility heroes, it seems like what Jackie wants to do with Weaver. Like, it doesn't matter if he gets shut down, doesn't matter if he's on his farm, because he can go and run around, create space for Abed to carry the game.
He doesn't die in lane, dude.
You don't need to help
That's the
him.
important part, is not dying in lane.
And the funny thing was, the first game they picked it, and then they stuck supports in his lane. And like we talked about how we didn't think that was like necessary, and they kind of didn't utilize the supports the way they needed to. And in the second game, they kind of fixed that up. You saw the effect it had on Templar being able to have a crazy good game.
PO.
This is interesting. They didn't ban the PL, they banned Tide instead, which has not appeared in this
They love this
series.
hero.
10
Because,
seconds remaining.
Tide and Tinker are really good for PL. Maybe they like partial block pick.
5 seconds
Huh.
remaining.
I think they thought that maybe OG would take Medusa too.
Fnatic's
It's like a
turn to
preemptive counter.
I also feel like they want Fnatic to take that Underlord. They feel like that Underlord just is not a strong hero because they're leaving in the pool. It's been like a highest, like one of his most played heroes. And
It's really good against Puck, so they might pick it up here.
This is a really good Puck game. Good versus all those 3 heroes. They don't like playing versus Puck.
10
And
seconds remaining.
this is most likely like 99% of S4 Puck. And Jarex is going to be able to block for him too. What they're going to do is S4 is going to block mid lane and Jarex is going to block the off lane. Then it feels good. And also Puck versus PL, I think we saw in the game 1 of OG versus EG. Puck has a really like good timing versus PL. Like PL can't really fight. He's gonna go on someone, he can't kill Puck, and Puck will always be able to clear his illusions out, and you find the real PL with the Veil too. The second spell doesn't dispel Veil.
It does
just
dispel Veil now,
okay,
yes.
Okay. So
It didn't
it's not
used to.
as hard as a counter, but
Still bad though.
the burst is so good from Puck.
You think I think they'll put PL mid because it's so bad against Puck in the safe lane.
OG's turn
But
to
they still
ban.
it could go either way. So they choose a bad, and they're leaving that option open for PL because they don't know what his mid matchup is. I like that decision a lot.
It's good. So Wyvern can't really fuck with the Abbott on lane.
And you can remove the Wyvern Q with your shield. Really good option, like really good way to prioritize their course against Wyvern Tusk. Like really hard kill supports, but they're trying to give them no place to go.
Interesting.
They're
What-
gonna try to pick a good solo matchup versus this Abaddon, and so Wyvern
They
can
should
just play
pick
around mid. And
Timbersaw. Timbersaw's so good this game.
It is a
Or
sick
OG.
Timbersaw game.
He owns Abaddon in lane. Really good versus PL, and both those supports do nothing to Timbersaw in lane.
They would have to react with their last pick to Timbersaw, and then it like kind of puts you in a corner.
It's also a no-till hero. I think at Kiev Major he played a lot of Timber. I can't think of what else they would pick. Something that maybe no, they don't Sven.
well, I mean, it just has to be solo versus Abaddon.
Yeah, it has
right?
to. Yeah, it does have to lane.
Because
I agree with
supports
what you
only
said about
won't
that.
really do anything unless Tuskar doesn't really want to play bottom.
That Abaddon lane versus Timber is very hard. But doesn't matter. Like the shield can take off with Q, but the speb ability of shield is like very. The spell costs so much mana. You don't have a shrine anymore too.
I have to. I totally agree. That's the best pick.
And let's say when they get their mid first, maybe they get like Medusa or something. We've seen Medusa with Puck play.
Sven.
They do get Sven.
That was the other one. Thank you.
Sven's not nearly as good against Abaddon 1v1. Like he does need help in order to have a good lane.
Thing is, they have so much burst damage, and like their tri lane is very strong.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
can kill him for sure.
Wyvern Sven is probably one of the strongest lanes because it's a stun from a core, and it just
5
amplifies and like
seconds remaining.
You guys played
Abaddon-
Sven a lot.
yeah, the Abaddon has to play a bit passive in the lane. And what has to happen is like right now, the Ogre has to play with the Abaddon. He has to help him in lane, unless Abaddon can pull the wave level 1. Can't pull the lane. The Abaddon is gonna get zoned. But even if you use your shield for the like, well, it has to be his Wyvern has to save his Q, right? So the Sven's gonna stun first, and then they're gonna hit him, maybe the shard, and then if he uses a shield, then Wyvern uses Q. Abaddon dies.
I mean, that's the only way, right? They're gonna have to commit 3 bottom, and that means Puck and mid might not even get that block.
Well,
so
the
that's
Puck-
gonna be
the
weird.
The Puck will get the Puck. Jerks always starts to shard the offlane.
Yeah.
Every game, I think.
I
So-
guess you could shard the offlane and TP in. Be the play if you think Abaddon's doing that creep wave.
I like the Storm ban. They lack catch, and it's good against PL as the game goes on.
I think this might be a resolution, Sven. I think they might need a no-tail hero for mid, like
DK?
something like
Ooh.
DK.
Yeah, DK looks really good to me.
Because I think if
Or
they're-
Timbersaw still.
yeah, if they're picking like how they normally pick, they would want the. Oh yeah, they should ban
5
Medusa
seconds
from
remaining.
OG. This is such a good Medusa game, for Fnatic. He's very good versus Sven throughout the game. The other heroes don't really do anything to him. Like Puck doesn't do much damage to Medusa.
Wyvern doesn't either.
Yeah. So
Feels like the nice position for Fnatic is that this PL can go mid or safe lane. Like they're gonna see OG's pick and can kind of decide how to the best lane this.
Yeah, they want to dodge the puck if they can, unless it like ruins their game to do it. Just because you win the lane by lancing, and puck just face shifts dodge it.
OD. Do they want Medusa still?
Yeah, maybe. PL's
Oh, yeah,
pretty damn good against.
sorry, they don't want to pick Medusa Sven. That seems kind of greedy.
Yeah, both farm ancients, so they like
Maybe
occupy each
DK?
other's farm. I still like DK or Timber the most. And with the OD ban,
I
that
think
kind of makes
Timber's
sense.
beautiful.
Timber and DK, but
10 seconds remaining.
If they pick Timber, I still like Medusa for Fnatic.
5 seconds
I don't know if they'd
remaining.
pick it. They haven't been picking that hero on.
It seems really good though. The 4 heroes that OG has.
they're
Yeah.
more likely to pick DK just because that's what they have been doing.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
Underlord.
What?
Mid puck, I guess.
We
Okay.
have not seen that from OG in I feel like a long time.
That's yeah, I was saying 99%.
Yeah, that's the 1% right here.
I've never seen anyone else play Puck. That's a no-tail Puck, I think, right?
Yeah, and the resolution just play the Sven.
Yeah.
No tail puck.
Haven't seen No-Tail play
They could
Puck
still,
either.
no-tail could bust out the Underlord. Who knows?
Underlord mid.
I've seen MP on Secret before the TI. He would play carry Underlord in a few games. I think they played it at that one LAN before TI. It was Dream League. Remember that?
The one that liquid one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think Secret picked like
Okay.
Underlord carry a few times.
Kind of have open lanes, right? Maybe they just want the Underlord versus the Abaddon lane, and they can also go aggro.
Underlord is really good in lane versus Abaddon though. Like that matchup's very hard for.
I mean, he's just gonna creep pull, right?
Yeah. And Underlord's really good versus PL too. I think BSJ is the one that said this yesterday. Like, he limits a lot of PL's damage, right?
Yeah, it limits his damage, and you also like run in the fight. Even though you can like doppel out of the root, you usually like root yourself again. So it just limits his ability to like. The PL wants to just run freely in the fight. It's like looking to doppelganger whenever he wants, and it just makes the game hard. And you do less.
Yeah,
Yeah, we said
beautiful.
Medusa.
Your heroes.
I actually like Fnatic's draft more.
I like it. I think OG has this timing, like their cores. It's like the thing with Sven. Like I think the reason this hero hasn't been getting picked as much is that he's like the one position, but he also kind of doesn't scale as well as the other heroes that give you a win, right? Like he will fall off at some point if you kite
Yes,
him.
he does.
And his matchup against what are some of the meta carries like Medusa is pretty bad. And this is kind of a solid core Sven. The Puck, the Underlord are not going to be able to scale as well as the Sven does. And that's a problem when your carry doesn't match up well against your opponents.
Deuce's lost like 4 or 5 games in a row now, hasn't he?
No, VP won with.
VP won with it, but I don't know how much that really means.
Well,
I still
Oh, I'm saying like if it's the best team in the tournament.
I'm
Not trying to take anything away
I'm not sure how like
from King.
at some point this game is gonna go late. I don't really know how they can kill Medusa. Like they don't have enough damage.
Sven like relies on at all stages of the game, blinking in, stunning,
Wow.
and killing
Oh,
somebody.
they're swapping. No tail Underlord.
Yeah.
And I just feel like Medusa, this game is exactly what countered. Like I think Sven is hard countered like ridiculously by Medusa at all stages. Not only can you not go on her, but she like stone gazes in front of you and you
And
can't
Abaddon
disengage.
as
And
well.
like you can't go on Abaddon either. And then PL's like not the most straightforward target to initiate onto. Like you can if you find him, but you have to find him first.
OG's win condition is just like snowballing really hard.
Yes.
One thing about the PL versus Sven matchup though, in the last patch, PL like
You get defusal.
yeah, you can defusal. Now defusal doesn't purge, so Sven is very, very, very good versus PL. You have no real play versus the PL.
Yeah, but I don't think PL's really their win condition.
Yeah. Envy's just gonna play like how he plays his Weavers.
Do you think it's a problem for Fnatic? Or like you mentioned, Sam, like Abed doesn't like playing this DOTA. Is this not going to be a hero that?
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought Envy was gonna play this DOTA and Abed would play this PL, but
Well, they don't want to switch the lanes too much. And I mean, this hero, like like what Sumil was like joking around the other day, like hero doesn't really require that much, honestly. You sit and you farm.
That
And
much.
you A-click in
When you say
fights.
that much, you mean like that much skill to play? Is that?
Not even skill, like you obviously need to be smart and like
Yeah,
play the hero, but it's like not at all like what you like. You look at Sumil and Abed and these players and their skill set. They don't really enjoy playing that hero, right? They just
Yeah.
play it because they have to. Just mindset you need to have sometimes.
So do you guys also think Fnatic has the hand in the draft, or?
I think OG has like a play of like if their lineup can play very fast, especially if the puck owns. Like Medusa might be a bit too slow.
Not get the
He has to save
doppelganger
it
on
for the
start.
shard.
Yeah.
He has to save for the shot.
He's waiting as long as possible. Now they get the Arctic Burn, so he's going to have it now, and the shard gets perfectly blocked.
That was some serious patience from Jirax there.
He understood very well.
I don't know. Maybe he could have just doppelgangered it and ran with the doppelganger, the zero on opposite side, and juke 50-50 there.
That would have been a sick one for Red.
Yeah, if he dodges the stun, he could have
The thing
tried to just juke in general.
with Fnatic's cores is like none of them can really do anything. That's like the only problem with their draft. I feel like their Medusa is really good versus the other team, like the cores, but Abaddon, PL, and Medusa seems like a very slow nap. It reminds me of the EG game, where EG had Medusa, Lone Druid, and Underlord. Do you remember that game? I think it was versus Complexity. And even though they had like the better core matchups, I think like they had no real hero that can make space. And I think that might be the only problem, because like you look at Dire, like all of these heroes can kill, like the Wyvern, the Tusk, and the Sven and the Puck can both kill. Like so that's one thing about Sven. He's a core. He has kill threat right on the map. He's a core that can actually kill and start fights. And I don't really see how a Fnatic can start fights. They have to just go as a ball. And that's their win condition. Get fat, get their timing, go as a ball. Very similar to last game.
Does it look right to you guys doing the aggro trailing, just leaving Underlord 1v1?
Underlord just crushes these 1v1s. I like it personally. And he's like a hero that he doesn't do exactly a lot with the start in terms of like creating space for his team, but like you said, since they have no heroes to kill on the side of Fnatic, like their cores don't do much, like it
Holy
should
crap.
secure good starts for all the
That was such a
cores.
good play by Ohio, actually. He actually
creeps.
dragged the creep wave, and he didn't connect it to the first one because he saw what No Tail was doing. So he actually loses the whole wave under the tower,
yeah,
and
that's a
he
good
pulls it
point.
onto the next one.
Oh wow, yeah, that's great. Yeah.
Wow.
Good
Good
call.
because he can't manfight the Underlord in lane. But the mid lane for Ogre is really good at, like Puck can't really manfight Ogre. He can dodge the ignite though.
Just tanking his right clicks, he doesn't care. 5 HP regen.
The one good thing right now is this PL is going to be very poor because this is a very weak lane, Rubik into PL. And if you look at the small camp, what Fnatic did was the Rubik actually went for Fade Bolt. I think his idea was to push the wave in level 1 so they can pull the small camp, but the small camp was blocked, and now suddenly the wave is like so far up.
And that's usually why they make like that level 1 smoke rotation,
Yeah.
is to get those wards up.
So the good thing right now about Fnatic is this mid lane. It's like the game 1, the Invoker versus the Death Prophet. The problem with Puck in this patch is like, as a mid hero, he doesn't scale. There's no extra creep. In the TI6 patch, or TI7 patch, there was this extra creep, so Puck mid would be really strong because he would snowball the game. He would be level 11 when everyone else is like level 8 or 9. And if you have a good Puck player, you could ride off that momentum, but now the Puck is just another hero.
And that's the hero Fnatic's looking to win the game with Medusa. So if
Yeah.
you want to make sure you do well in one lane, it really is that way.
But how does Arcane Rune work on Dusa? Does it make him extra tankier? Forget. Like later, like as the game progresses, say like later in the game.
I don't think so. I know what you're saying. You're saying like loses less mana from
Yeah.
mana shield? I don't think so. That'd be a weird interaction. That's a good question though.
Dusa free farming, and Underlord is gonna honestly just free farm as well. Abaddon will also free farm, but this PL is the one that's having a rough time.
I'm going to go on Envy here. He's getting really low.
I mean, it doesn't really matter on PL's game, right? It's just this game's all about Dusa. He's gonna get his ancient stacks and Eventually PL will catch up.
If there's any player you're okay sacking with as a carry, it's Envy, because he knows exactly what to do. Usually, he's fine playing with the behind.
He's almost scarier player to watch sometimes when
It's
he
like
is down.
it's like the old Cloud9. Remember, God's like the old one with Bone, and
Yeah.
he would always just like get contested, but he would just managed, and then they would always help Sing and Bone. 7.
Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's doing the doppelganger.
So
Is there anything? I mean, OG just stuck 3 heroes bottom. I guess they can't really stop the DOTA from farming. They're hoping that there's not too many ancient stacks, I guess, by the supports being stuck bottom as well.
This aggro tri-lane does like slow down the Sven's timings. So that is like one drawback.
They're getting stacks for him too, though.
Yeah, that's important to make sure that, yep, they're good. That's very good.
this aggro choice was really good. I think if OG didn't do this aggro, they would have been in a huge deficit. It's like they're kind of their way to win this game. Smart.
Let's see what's going on. Top lane, 16. I mean, they're both just gonna trade farm. Overlord is gonna get so much after this one.
He's getting the neutrals as well.
Triple stack.
Yeah, his farm accelerates his levels, Abaddon's doesn't.
If they're doing a health queued up on Underlord, is there any specific items you really want to get this game as an Underlord? So like Crimson Guard type build, or
Yeah, Crimson Guard is very good versus Radiant's draft.
Yeah, that should PL and Medusa.
That might be the reason for why they picked the Underlord.
Just to buy that item.
Yeah, he's already going ring, right?
and the aura is like doubly effective too.
Yes, I agree.
Because like, you know, it's like last game, the OG have this timing where they are very strong and they can Rosh and Sven can take the Aegis, and Fnatic doesn't have enough damage. They're not going to have enough damage till this Medusa gets his butterfly. But I think if Medusa gets butterfly and they haven't lost a set of racks, I feel kind of Fnatic will just win this game alone. They'll just 8-click down mid, and this Medusa will never die. Because like the new butterfly, or not the new butterfly, the whole point that like MKB isn't as good anymore versus butterfly is really big, especially for Medusa, right, versus Sven. Before Sven would buy MKB, right? And
He would
have
have
the
damage on him too.
Yeah, but now the MKB isn't as good versus the butterfly. So
Go for like what the Bloodthorn instead now, I guess.
The biggest issue for OG is how I don't see how they're gonna go high ground if they don't have anything that can really split push to hit buildings, right? And you can just have your Dusa and Abaddon sitting while PL just split pushes them. And Ogre's gonna bloodlust the tower as well, so I feel it's really hard for OG.
look at No-Tail's CS. He's what is he doing?
He's
How is
push,
he?
he's push pull stacking. Like yeah, he's stacking.
so
Taking
farmed,
and
actually.
taking bounty runs.
Well, this is like Abed's last game. He's owning actually. Maybe he's practiced this.
Yeah, he's gonna go Shrine after this too, it looks like. I mean, that's what the thing about Underlord compared to Abaddon. Like I said, he accelerates farm.
Yeah. Short cooldown on the Firestorm just allows you to do so
He's
much.
gonna get a kill.
Some
Might get
value
two kills
here.
here.
Oh, dodges the lands, and Esfil shows up as well with the Doom and coil. Pylite Eye gets
Okay.
taken out and
Oh, what?
breaking the coil.
He
It's a
has a
haste
shrine.
he wants to get out of there and pull
He got.
down Jarex.
He does not have a Shrine, so he's
Okay.
base.
Game-winning haste.
Yeah. Still a 1-for-1 trade.
Fnatic's on the board now.
Rubik's getting some nice levels bottom though.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Some boots, the dream.
As for Abaddon, is that just like going to be some phase drum, solar crest type stuff, or is this like a carry radiance type game?
Looks like he's choosing drums. I think the Radiance has been like, it's too much of like dead time where you're not powerful leading up to the Radiance, so a lot of players are going for the more consistent drums. Yeah, I agree with what, like on the Omni Knight he does the same thing, where he goes like the Yule's SNY. Wants to run around. Create space for Dusa. Don't want to play too greedy with when you have a greedy core in the mid lane.
And even PL wants some decent amount of farm, so.
Can't have too many farmers.
They can.
Snowball back.
Peel's last hits are very low. Wow, it's not going to be the same as Weaver. This hero needs like a lot of time to farm. He doesn't flash farm that fast.
And the games on Weaver, he at least had levels, so like a high-level Weaver with, for instance, Shikuchi Swarm can actually move around, make plays, but PL just level 4 with the tri-lane. Gets the rune though. Playing out in his favor.
Ring of Aquila. I don't really know who moves first this game. Like, it doesn't feel like anybody really does move.
It's awkward because, I mean, even if Puck pushes lane, Deuce is going to push it back, and if Puck ever rotates, Deuce is just going to take his tower.
So he can't leave either.
And the nature of Trialing versus Trialing is the supports can't move either. They're stuck protecting.
And they're
the
under
carry.
leveled too, so
Yeah.
like they don't do as much.
The 1v1 Underlord versus Abaddon are two heroes that just sit there farming.
And
as well.
don't die either.
Something cool that Underlord can actually do as a core is that he can shove out the top lane and he can TP bottom. And he might do this when he gets Vanguard, but he can ult back top.
So he
Abaddon
doesn't
can't
lose
take
his
his
tower, yeah.
And if Abaddon TPs bottom to mirror him, then Underlord just TPs back top. So it's like not many players do this when they play Underlord, but I think it's something cool he can do, because I do think they need an extra core bottom. Like Jimmy said, the Puck doesn't want to leave mid, because Medusa will take his tower. So I think they can maybe try and plan to bring like the Underlord bottom, but problem is like Sven can't go top anymore because he's kind of under level compared to the Abaddon. So like, OG kind of needs to stay in the lanes, or Sven just gets mom and goes in jungles.
I guess alternatively, they could even send Underlord mid to de-push the Medusa, and then Puck can actually move around a bit more.
Yeah, and the other play is that the Puck can go bottom and the Wyvern can take mid.
Feel right
Yeah.
when he gets his mom on Sven and his 6, he's just gonna take the ancient, his 4 stats
Hey.
and accelerate.
Where's the Underlord mid? Oh, okay, just kidding.
The thing about that is like he has no reason to actually want to leave top, so it makes it a little more obvious that they're like if he leaves that there's something
Rotating,
happening.
yeah.
They're gonna have to commit a lot to kill this Dusa if they want to. Foil. And I
Sven-
feel that's probably the only play from OG. It's pretty good.
Dire's middle
Gets the
tower
tower,
has been
well,
denied.
gets it denied, but it's still a tower down.
Radiant's
Big
top
ancient
tower
stack.
We're gonna see Sven's net worth jump whenever he gets that massive man.
DD rune there, picked up by the Puck here. They want to bring down Pi.
Now that Puck's tower is dead, he's fine just rotating over.
Yeah, I guess that's the play. Lose your tower so you can rotate.
He wants his veil. He wants the veil.
The kill. Who wants it? Rezo.
Okay. Bring and drop.
There we go. Puck was looking for a +1, and
He really
we'll find Envy
He's dead, I think.
as a doppelganger.
You get stunned when you come out of the coil.
Yep. And Orb goes flying through. They're going to get the 2-man stun as well. This could be a +2 as DJ goes for the TP out. Will be
DJ
successful.
DOTA.
The Underlord went mid.
Yeah,
He uses
Underlord.
ult, right?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he did. PP was cooldown.
Guess he can now TP back top when Abaddon pushes that lane out. So
Do you have any ancient stacks at all?
it feels like she hasn't. I mean, the supports haven't been doing it, so
Yeah.
it was just up to Abed to do it himself.
It's kind of awkward if he does, right?
Up is not that kind of player to ask for the stacks too. So PLTP top. That's the one thing right now about Envy is so poor. He's actually a creep.
Level 5, dude.
He does no damage too. Like
Two offlaners.
Forcing a TP out, he has no ult, so.
Two offlaners. I mean, he pushed the wave already. They still have the siege, I guess.
Might take it for the wave. It looks like they will get this tower if they just tank it up.
max E on.
I like that.
Okay.
And you're like the farmer.
And like how fast the siege hits, man.
Yeah, that's possible. Yeah.
Watching that one.
Just wait till later on in the game. It'll also be bloodlusted.
It's a good move. They get themselves a tower. But was Ancient's farm during that, the Sven? No,
Looks like he's gearing up. Just got the Mask of Madness,
know.
but he's in lane. He's still in lane.
This it's looking really good for Fnatic. Whatever happened here, the Abaddon tipped top tower, and now
He's just defending
PL's just
bottom.
gonna farm their whole jungle.
they're gonna switch lanes, and now Abaddon cannot die to Dire's own.
As we
That will
speak.
be tested.
Yeah, he's pretty hard to kill with drums.
Yep.
Cannot die.
It's all those,
Too
right?
damn fast.
But they're gonna lose this tower, which is good. And good rotation there from Noto coming bottom.
And prioritizing taking towers over the Ancients for now, knowing they need that map control to pressure Fnatic.
And this is recovery time for PL, and this is really good. Ohio's like
Alright.
taking the dangerous part of the map, and then PL's just chilling after that
I
slow
mean,
start.
Fnatic got 2 of the important towers, the tier 1 mid and tier 1 top. So it opens up the map quite a bit for the Fnatic as well. I think Envy's gonna catch up quite a bit.
It does have haste
rune,
rune, yeah. Classic.
The classic. I would getting some Ancients, not the biggest stack. Farming well here. But you can see OG wards behind towers, they want to play as the aggressors.
The thing is, it's like Fnatic's okay just chilling. You know, OG feels like they're probably on a timer right now. They're forced to do all these things. Probably after accelerating Sven's farm, or just I don't know. Maybe
He hasn't
he's
taken
gonna
that
blink.
stack yet. I feel like he should just go do it. I guess he used ult for the tower, so he's
Next
probably waiting
ulti.
for the.
Yeah.
a bit under leveled. Like he only was level 7 initially, so 1 point in Warcry maybe not enough for it.
That's the tri-lane effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably
he
feels
can just
needs
do it
more.
with what's revival with this third
Raise.
spell. Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't have it yet.
Okay.
OG want to surround this mid tower. I really like what they're doing. Medusa's kind of jungling, Ogre's taking mid. He's gonna keep bloodlusting the tower.
PL's pressuring top out and farming woods.
This guy's not dying.
Yeah, I'd say these two heroes definitely do not have the damage to kill Medusa. They see Pi, they may just go to that instead.
Take what you can get.
The thing is, when are they gonna have damage to kill this Dusa? Unless they commit with 5 heroes and they just catch
It
off.
doesn't get any better for Sven.
Yeah, it has to be like the EG game versus Complexity. Like, they didn't kill Medusa, but they killed everyone else. And Resolution dies to a creep.
Oh. I've done that before. Demon was there in the pub right behind me as he tried to gank me. I calculated that.
Oh, I didn't get the shots blocked. And they're going for the kill on Medusa. I don't think they've got the damage out, but
Oh god.
more than okay. And he
It's a
jaunt
huge kill
into
for PL, actually.
the PL.
That just three people just died.
That is a
Like that.
huge swing.
Well, fortunate for OG.
It's pretty game losing, honestly, from Rezo there, dying to the Ancient stacks. He used his ultimate, he didn't clear off his Ancients. I don't know if they're all gonna heal or not, but...
He's gonna go check it out on high, I think.
Oh.
He might. Oh, is he gonna? Yeah, he is. Oh man.
They did not heal up. Get a couple of these at least. Maybe.
Oh my god.
Yeah, all the small ones died already.
Still gonna soak
I
the
mean, I'm sure he's still got a big majority of it anyways.
He got the big one, that's
Sven
all.
got both the big ones, yeah. Maybe gonna kill Hayo here.
Yeah, they coil. He can just do it.
They're saving the coil mid lane. Meanwhile, Fly gets off a good Winter's Curse as he TP's out. Nicely juked there. Hayo is so damn fast, but the coil will keep him in place. Underlord now ulting in as well. Yeah, they will get the big kill on the Hayo's Underlord. He'd be
Making a
so
Crimson as
problematic.
well.
Up
They
Abaddon.
should be able to lose mid tower. Medusa comes. I think Abba should
He has
just be
Splinter
here.
Blast on
All
Rubik.
in.
Is under attack.
I think Abba should actually be here to defend this. I don't think they should give this up.
At that point, they're gonna get zoned out by this Pit of Malice.
Underlord is dropping low though.
They can't take this. It's too hard.
Bloodlusted tower, man. It's tier 1. So
I
as
was
the
thinking
game,
it.
the game continues progressing, I think it's just going to be even harder for OG to take these towers. I mean, we talked, Robobo was saying it's like in the EG game or whatever, like you kill everyone but Dusa, but like Abaddon isn't easy to kill either. You can only kill like the supports. PL isn't, it's pretty evasive too.
I feel like PL should be top and Deuce should be mid right now.
Yeah.
Like they're kind of switching. Like
It's
reversing the
not
roles.
really the Fnatic way. Abed's normally the one of farming while ND fights.
Yeah.
So I think they're, despite the heroes maybe not suggesting that, it is like the players' playstyle.
Phil's gonna go down for this
Might
most
die.
likely.
Yep.
It's dead.
So I almost think that's still worth it for them. Like that tower was so important.
Losing one of their most farm core.
Yeah, I'm saying like it's.
Yeah, so-
I'm saying like it's not even good, but I think they have to take that tower actually.
Yeah.
This is really scary, man, for OG.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's good. This might be the best of bad situation.
Dusa levels are gonna see her get a very fast level 20, which is
She really comes.
that's where it gets ugly.
She
Yeah,
might
they're
be
gonna
in
try
trouble
something
here.
Yeah. It's got a lot of one charges for the ultimate TP. Snowball's there though, they cancel it. Now Abed is
That's a big kill.
completely isolated, no TPs coming in.
Abaddon doesn't have a TP. That's actually a really big kill.
Playing like a raid boss.
Yeah. I agree with what God said though. There are, it was Gods or BSJ, but they're split. It should be the Medusa kind of farming the jungle, and Envy needs to be farming like playing like that instead. If Envy dies, it doesn't matter honestly. And Abed just needs to get fat. Like if Medusa gets fat, they're just going to win this game. Like, it's simple. It's like a simple thing. It's like the EG versus Kingwin game. All they have to do is get Medusa fat. Even if they're down to racks, like, can't kill the hero at some point.
If you just have like her farming in her jungle defending mid tower or whatever,
Yeah.
she's still farming. She's just like got 3 teammates behind her. While PL, like if they decide to gank him, like you said, it's like who cares?
And especially as the ogre, you need to just kind of chase the Medusa around, keep bloodlusting her, you know?
Yeah.
Farm a lot faster.
TJ, you see another snowball cancel onto a TP as TJ gets caught.
4 heroes for support.
Yeah.
It's that bad.
Not ideal.
Still stacking ancients. Doesn't look like he's gonna get it though.
BSJ, have you played Mask of Madness phase Medusa with Bloodlust? It feels very good.
I have not gotten the bloodlust treatment.
Watch that. It's really good. You're a
I'll
little
be
fast
bloodlusting
snake.
you soon, BSJ. You know?
Thanks, man.
I feel like S4 on the
I didn't know. Continue.
S4's puck is like less farm than when he plays the offlane puck from the mid lane.
That's what Bulbo was talking about from the mid lane. It's not like a better lane.
Yeah.
You know?
He is not got his blink. Just I think he's just about there, but slower than we normally see S4 hit his item timing.
Ohio and Crimson. Well,
It's good. It's gonna be good for the Winter Wyvern ulti later.
just buff up the Deuce. I think is really good too.
Jarex is setting up kills all over the place though, and luckily for OG, that's kind of been their saving grace, is that they have found some key pickoffs. Even the smaller ones, these all add up, as we'll see S4 now going with the coil. Counter coil.
To get stunned. Oh,
Wow, S4. Yeah, stuns himself. They do look for the kill. The Firestorm in the Ice Shards block. That is brutal.
I really think Medusa needs to be here.
yeah. I think so too.
They can just protect her with all the other heroes, and they're never killing her.
You throw a Mystic Snake and keep protecting
Yeah,
your
like
tower.
she's never dying with Abaddon and heroes behind her, but I like what Envy's doing. I do think like Abed's prioritizing jungle farm a little too much.
This
Yeah.
is just Ovid. I don't think he's played this hero much. It's not his favorite hero.
It really is.
It's like
And probably in his mind, he's like, it's my job to farm
Yeah,
which
that's what I'm
lane.
saying.
So he doesn't understand that his hero can actually come back and defend his
Yeah.
towers if you're not used to
Like,
it.
Blind might go down to just illusions, but they don't do any damage. I
funny,
mean,
funny story. When he plays these boring heroes, as he calls it,
yeah.
he tabs on Facebook while playing them.
Come on.
If he's actually dead, you know.
No.
Maybe in scrims.
That's in scrims, dude. I remember those days too. It would tilt Bulba too.
Tabs on
Not in matches,
Facebook.
okay.
You know, Summit Finals or Semifinals, Facebook.
That's a level 1 drafting
Yeah.
penalty right there if you use Facebook. You're not allowed to use browser stuff. I
No,
don't-
one scrim I remember he was watching Suits or something while playing it.
Hey, maybe he did do it in a match, huh?
I think he did.
Yeah, I think so too, actually.
100%
Maybe just not on land though, you know.
He's done it.
Yeah. Jarex, this is the shot.
Oh, is that a Rubik's shard or his
Rubik's.
own?
He missed his
okay.
own.
Sorry.
Okay.
No, that was a
Rubik's
Rubik's
was the
trap,
first
and he
one.
saved. That was
Yeah.
sick. He saved himself
Yeah,
with
yeah.
the wow.
Big plays. Jay got.
I asked him once, why do you do this, man? He's like, when I play boring hero, I don't need to use 2 hands. He said,
I'll bet facts.
I don't need to use 2 hands.
I'll confirm it. Then.
I like the first time he said, "I don't need use."
Said something.
Come on, his English isn't broken, dude. He speaks fine English.
It just
very
it had a
well
better
spoken
effect
guy.
when I
It had a
was
better
doing-
effect.
Yeah.
Some Yoda shit.
DJ is not having the Rubik game he had last game. And this is suddenly,
Resolution's
doing everything
high.
they need to do.
Resolution caught up so well. Highest network now.
I think Fnatic honestly was making a lot of mistakes in the last like 5 minutes in terms of like where their heroes needed to be, but they're not out of this game yet. I think this is what OG needs to win.
I mean, the nature of Fnatic's draft is that this Underlord is going to negate so much damage here. Between the Aura, the Crimson Guard, the Greaves, he likely gets like a Shivers, whatever other items he gets is going to limit PL and Medusa's damage.
He might even go AC.
Yeah, AC, sure.
I think they're gonna start recognizing it and letting Dusa farm and letting PL be the one to split push.
Yeah.
Once he gets Scotty or something, when he feels tankier. So I feel
He
like
didn't think
Abed
he
isn't
could do that yet.
Yeah, he isn't comfortable with Dusa. He doesn't know his strength on it. Maybe.
It's easier to see from here for sure.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, of course we see everything, you know.
What item? Would you go to Scotty here, or would you go the Butterfly instead after the Force Stick?
BSJ?
Hurricane Pike.
I like the Scotty myself because I think his job is to stand in front. Just soak it. I don't think like if you're really far ahead, I like Butterfly better. Just for the acceleration. Oh, well. See these kind of kills like they're good. They should be happening. Like, but you don't want them. Yeah, exactly. They're not good, but they're okay. Abed dying is really bad.
I mean, they get so much out of it. The lanes are pushed. OG gets nothing out of it aside from a kill. They committed 4 heroes? Yeah, 4 heroes. They don't
And
know
this is while OG have Roach too, so like, they're not really using the Sages to pressure, at least not initially. Now they're going to try and do
More importantly, he's not the win condition. So it's like,
But this is also a byproduct of Fnatic's draft. Like, they don't really have a hero that can make plays.
yeah. So they're the ones that are going to be getting picked
Yeah,
off.
they will get picked off. Like, you know, you pick a draft like this, you will die a few times. It's just you can't get tilted.
There's some envy stuff right here, man. I've never seen
You
Albert do
can
this
tell he's
before.
on a team with Envy after these
Yeah.
plays.
He's learning from Envy, he said that.
What is Ohio going?
Looking mid lane as Rubik shows it there on the high ground.
Medusa needs a TP.
Has an axe queued up on the Abaddon after picking up a Vlad's.
Everything's about this Dusa. Just make sure he doesn't die.
I mean, both teams will just soak up so much damage. The Underlord on the G side, the Abaddon Dusa.
Underlord can go down. That hero is not like as tanky as he appears.
Down, man. Oh, let's go back up.
Oh, Rezo did not find the real PL with that blink in.
They
Man,
can't kill him.
It hurts the timing a little bit because of the Aegis. They use Sven ulti, Underlord's gonna die no matter.
Oh, Coil may save their life here.
Oh, Eternal Envy with the loop around.
This one may be in trouble too. That's got maxed out John though, so should be able to blink out of it.
Plus, you got TI winner there.
No Abaddon ulti. Oh, doesn't matter. I love this Abaddon's build.
Wow, DJ.
I mean, Underlord's like a hero that if you can afford to just poke at him, then he's not that scary. Because, and that's what Fnatic has. They just kind of whittled him down, took him down to like 2/3, then half, then like chased him out, killed him.
At some point, this puck, like, he's gonna coil them, and all of Fnatic's cores are just gonna sit in the coil. Like, they're not gonna.
And they don't
break it.
care.
Yeah, they don't care.
It's like he needs to get like that 25 Dagon 5 build, Ags. He needs like these late game items to be effective this game.
Yeah, very close to Scotty on the Medusa. As soon as he gets this
Even
item,
took the
oh
tome for
God,
the-
he has the 20. Yeah, this is the
Broken
dream.
Dusa now.
So what do you guys think? Are they gonna completely remove that talent, or are they gonna just like make it 500 again? That's what it was before, and it wasn't like considered that bad.
Just completely remove it and add like a talent
80
that
int.
affects like a skill talent, like something where those are always the most interesting talents for the game, like seeing just plus 800.
Maybe mana shield like plus 0.5 or something.
Yeah.
Rather than I like.
Yeah. This is Scotty.
God.
So right now it's
4,000 HP.
like the networks on Radiant's cores. They look so good. Like even though Sven is the highest, like he just needs one wrong team fight. Like he just needs one time where he jumps in and doesn't get a kill. And he's gonna have his BKB now, and this is like the time when Sven's the strongest, right? You're gonna have like your SNY Blink.
What's his item? This 5k?
BKB. He needs BKB.
I think he needs BKB, but like I actually think he wants an AC, but he can't afford. I think Underlord has to go.
Yeah.
I think he'll need a Bloodthorn, so like BKB Bloodthorn. But Underlord's not really progressing in items.
the problem with the hero.
Trying to make a play here, actually.
Keeping the top.
What was there to set it up? It's an Abaddon, but it's still a kill.
He can die. Yeah.
Well, they're keeping in with it.
Someone canceled in the show.
Good reactions.
DJ coming in here, they've got a Winter's Curse for this fight if they need it, and there we go. Comes out another Rubik here. Abaddon pops his ultimate now as well, and there should be no follow-up sounds immediately.
Sven's coming in.
Yeah, that's who they needed for these kills. Ohio
Still has Crimson.
does not have ulti, but they're going to find a new target. It's Pi. And
Kill
then
it
Sven
over.
just
Oh,
takes
got the Bloodlust on the tower.
That
That's
Sven
the
took
value.
so long to kill even an Ogre there.
What is
They're
Ogre
also
have?
tanky.
Aegis wore out. Oh, he went for
Going straight left lane.
No ulti on the Abaddon. He should just die here with the sounds coming out. No. Sven kind of getting tied around those ice shards. Make it a little bit harder to bring down a high. He's trying to find that last right click. There we go. Reza gets his mega kill streak. Medusa.
Ovid miscued the force there, right? I think it was an allied force, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Was it?
He didn't use it.
Kill.
Somebody forced him, I'm pretty sure. Like, I don't think they purposely forced him on the side of OG when he barely turned.
It's a good spell by DJ that he stole the Firestorm.
Does DJ have force? Does anyone dire have it?
He might have honestly used it because it's short cooldown on her.
Yeah, it was actually the Hurricane Pike from the Medusa.
It was then, yeah. It's fast cooldown.
He just happened to be like pathed by the shards where he turned. Unfortunate.
That was a fine trade for Fnatic still, I think. Like, you trade a core for a core at this point, and I think it's good for Fnatic.
I will say I played a pub where I was like a 6-slotted Sven at like 35 minutes, and I know it's a pub, but the Medusa was not nearly as farmed as I was, and I couldn't even touch her. And I feel like unless they get the perfect fight where Firestorm's sitting on top of Dusa and like Abaddon's not there, I don't see how this Sven does enough damage at any point.
She doesn't have any way to get rid of that silence is maybe going to be a problem.
Has Abaddon.
Abaddon.
Yeah, okay, yeah. No, like, I guess Lincoln's or Manta. But
Maybe that's why he went for the Bloodthorn instead of the BKB, because he knows like he needs more damage or something.
So she pushes R, then it doesn't matter if he has BKB.
Yeah.
I guess ideally you're telling your puck, try and kite this Abaddon so that I can just burst down Medusa.
Radiant's bottom
Firestorm spell is so big, it's so much damage.
Maybe they can look to Roche. Is Roche? No, Roche isn't up yet.
Stolen Rush.
It's a lot of damage on Roche. It is.
It's only, yeah, next minute it'll start spawning.
Didn't get the Stormhammer Dispel at level 20. Not saying he should have, but it just felt like this could have been the game against Bloodlust where it would have been useful. Just Curse.
Here's his curse.
DJ will die.
Yeah.
Oh, the Crimson Guard,
yeah.
man.
And
Maybe that's what he thought about. Is that what you thought? Like, with
Yeah,
did you mention that, Demon?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
why.
that's crazy. Next level. I wouldn't have thought of that. I mean, I usually think of everything, but.
Sorry, DSJ.
Radiant's
I mean, that's his Ags is going to be a really good pickup as well. Just kind of nullifies a lot of things from the coil to the curse as well.
What does OG need to do right now? Because it does feel like they're slowly losing their timer.
Roche is there going to be their win condition, I feel.
The thing is, I feel even with the Aegis, like, they don't really have a good Aegis hero. Like, Sven isn't the best Aegis hero.
Underlord. And cheese on this man.
Okay, DJ died somewhere.
Rezo bottom got a solo kill.
He had to use ultimate on Sven
On
for that.
cooldown, yeah. At this point, it just feels like OG just playing like, let's just get a few pickoffs, push out these waves, and accept that. This game feels like it's going to go 50-60 minutes.
Yeah, they have no
even though
douche
OG don't want it to, but it feels like they just have to accept that fact and kind of play for the late game.
Fnatic like can't counterplay him just running around like trying to kill solo heroes on resolution.
Both think there's like no odds there. Just can't beat each other. Fog.
This game's gonna go a bit longer. A lot of damage.
But checking out the Roche pit, making sure they're not in there.
I think Abed was trying to force Ogre there and he forced himself.
He's running in.
Looks like Puck is just split pushing top, so accepting they're not going to really fight this one. Fly went through his curse, could not get him.
Manta like yeah interrupted it.
Roche is up. They can do it really fast with Abaddon.
Oh wow. Yeah, that was a quick respawn.
I think S4 needs to go and start spamming it, like kite it or something. Like they can't give this Roche for free.
Well, it comes in. They're chasing careful. Yeah, they may just go for this kill.
Guard.
Needs to maybe ulti out of this one. Yeah, he got the ulti off. This should be enough to survive this one.
Yeah, the Crimson Guard is Peel does no damage.
Still looking. They need the Sven ult's up now. He's in position.
Still needs to get back there. It looks like Rezo's going for the trade top.
Oh, he wants to try and
Going
kill
for
DJ.
the
Kill slash.
kill
Thing is,
slash tier 3.
They have a ward there. Fnatic has a defensive ward that he doesn't know about.
Oh, Rezo
No
underneath the
BKB.
ward. Lance will get dodged, so he now knows there's a terrible fight coming his way without BKB, yeah.
Good.
Use a
Oh,
gun.
that's big. He's gonna
That's
buy
what
back.
happened. He has buyout. Does he buy out for this Aegis?
I don't think they can win if they get Aegis.
And if he dies, then they can also just lose.
It does not feel good either way.
I mean, can OG stall this? I don't think they can.
The perfect Winter's Curse.
They do have a lot of poke. Damn
I wonder if Envy should just go Blink this game. I think Blink is good. Because he just wants to run in and cause chaos.
I like the hard first into Blink.
It's not gonna buy back.
Retail needs to be careful not to die again here, and he does not have ultimate this time. So,
Okay, Resolution bought that.
yeah.
Might be a
They
bit
can
too
test
late
this
though.
one. Roche is getting very, very low. And yeah, picked up by Abed. They get the Winter's Curse, but it's too late to get them a Roche. Cheese is on the ground, but OG in all sorts of trouble here. Haven't lost anyone, but lost the Aegis and Cheese, and looks like Notel will go down in the end. Brace delaying the inevitable. The Firestorm still's there. Abed just attacking so fast with Bloodlust. Dead Underlord, and without buyback, they may even press forward.
Wow. Would have thought this game would have to go like that.
Fnatic 2-1, man.
Medusa's is way too fat. And honestly, it was like the Abaddon kind of won them this game. He was just so annoying to deal with.
He did a lot more with his farm than the Underlord did, it feels like.
But that's just the problem with Underlord as a hero. Like, he doesn't really push fast. Like, he farms fast, but he like doesn't really have push potential. He doesn't really kill.
Rezo's not trying to fight, he's just trying to split push. I think it's just them accepting their fate in the mid lane that they cannot defend this rack.
They can't take any more than that. Well,
Just trying to see if anyone's TPing or if he can go in bottom lane for a tier 3.
this force also cutting waves.
So he doesn't even feel confident to go in. Rubik's TPing already.
It's like really sad when a Sven who's this farmed has to do this. Like it's the last thing you want to be doing.
You think it's a bit cocky, like how OG didn't ban the Medusa last?
I was thinking that like if you're playing against a team that you think you're better than, which I think is the case here, where they're OG is a higher tier than Fnatic, at least for now, where you like don't give them these like easier to win condition heroes. I think is a big mistake.
OD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
OD would have been good as well. But
Not even the same like effect.
Yeah, it doesn't put OG on a timer and give yourself like the easier late game condition. And OG is like always a good team at getting to that stage. So I'm surprised they didn't take that approach here. They can maybe still win though. Don't love their chances.
I mean, what are the odds of OG coming back here? Because Fnatic still has their Aegis.
If I were OG, if like this was my team, it'd be 0. But I think like them, like they can make it happen if there's anybody that can do it. OG, like they always know, they're like one of the best teams at identifying a very specific win condition.
You're gonna flame your team like that, BSJ.
I'm just saying, like this is a hard spot, man. Like I don't know how they come back, so I'm just being honest. I don't know.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I feel both games like No-Tail. I know the Brute game he tried, but like I feel this guy making plays on this team is like the biggest reason for their like success the last few weeks.
With Tiny.
Yeah,
especially.
And I feel like maybe with this loss, they're gonna like realize that and they even need a different hero for him, something. Because I felt like Tiny was like the only hero who could do what he was doing on, you know?
Yeah. He used to play like CK last patch, those type of heroes that run around carries. Gyrocopters.
No-Tail, can he get out in time? Pops the one.
Firestorm
Be
damage.
close.
Sun.
So close.
Last second.
Does the Medusa have Butterfly?
You went Bloodthorn, going into Nullifier. Wow.
For me,
Is this the Deuce build?
I think he just goes Butterfly and they win, but Abe wants to spice
He
things up
sees
here.
the Bloodthorn on the side.
He wants
okay, Rapier. That's
He's
fine.
a play, like he's a boring hero, so he needs an item that is castable. You know?
This is
Butterfly,
the Envy effect. Let's be honest.
He
He's
is
been
one
on
of the
Envy's
best
team for like a month now.
Yeah.
That's what's
No,
happening.
He can't just go right-click items. He needs an actual.
Oh, Rapier's a
Fine
kill
impact
item
there.
too, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting, right?
Not the only way to make Medusa excited. They're just going tier 4s. They don't have tier 2s, so.
They know they
Oh no, it's boy. Silence up. There's no way out of this.
He didn't expect the Orchid, man.
Oh,
Abe's next
Bloodthorn.
level.
that is next level.
What were you saying about the butterfly?
Didn't expect the Orchid. The Liquid's
This
being
is
broken.
game here, I think.
They have no buyback on Underlord.
If they can't kill this Dusa,
They've got to get back to defend here. Sven needs to defend.
This is an Envy decision right here. Like, this is a great call, I think.
Without Underlord, the damage mitigation isn't really there either. Can they defend the last throne? There's no tier 4 towers left. Jarek's trying to delay this one, and Abed just saying, all right, let's go for some heroes here. We'll go for the throne later. He gets.
I think if he hits throne, he kills heroes.
Yeah, he can hit both at the same time. He doesn't have to choose.
Then
You've got the split shot. They're going to focus down Fly. There comes the stone gaze. Abed, is he going to go for the throne? Looks like he's kind of going for No-Tail here. Needs to maybe make up his mind here. No-Tail blocking a lot of the damage. If he hit the throne, Abed, come on. Get the throne in time.
he still has Aegis.
DL is going for the throne, and yeah, with Aegis, Abed has a second life. It looks like the end for OG. They will be knocked out of the DOTA stage, getting 3rd, 4th place. Fnatic into the
they missed
grand
the high five.
finals. They missed high five.
Lame. Win the game, miss the high five.